and other times I don't. I was looking through some old emails, and that's why I decided to talk about this, because I ran across some of those emails and I was thinking, where is this person? But long gone is probably the answer. I probably scared a lot of people away, and in a lot of ways it was my fault, even though I would argue, does that sound better? I don't know, but oh man, this doesn't look so good. I don't know. How do I don't know what to do, but trying to confess all my sins, all the problems I've had in my life, all the stuff. If I were to go back in time and do it all over again, I would probably do a lot of things differently, but it is what it is. But it's like, I don't know. When you're in the moment in life, it's like you do things that are probably wrong, but it's like, what are you gonna do? But I'm a little bit older and wiser now. It's been like 10 years. It's been 10 years. I started talking to her 10 years ago. Around 10 years ago, and then I started, I went to Vietnam 10 years ago, coming the end of this November, and so I'm older, a lot older. I'm still trying to figure a lot of things out, but even though I've always had a lot of patience, it's like, in a lot of ways, I still didn't have a lot of patience, even though I had some patience in the past. And that's weird. Like, it's weird to talk about. It's weird to admit, to confess, because it's not like I wasn't aware. Because like, I've always been aware of the value of having patience with people, when you're dealing with people, when you're talking to people, when you're trying to do things and help people or deal with things and everything. But I was aggressive. I probably still am sometimes, but I try to do it less often. But if you knew me in the past and you're like, I don't want anything to do with you, what I say to you now is, I don't blame you. I guess that's what I wanted to say, the bottom line in this video. I'm holding back for the moment. Like, I'm thinking about what I want to say, because part of me wants to do a deep dive, talk about the details of this person or that person or this situation or that situation. That's why my mind is rolling. That's why my eyes are rolling. That's why I'm constantly thinking and not talking when I do videos a lot of times. That's why writing an article is easier for me. It's like, I just want to talk and talk forever. I want to talk for 10 hours and just let it all out. Maybe I should do that, because some people do that. They can do a live stream. Maybe I will do that. You do a live stream and then you cut it out, and then you make individual videos from the live stream. They were talking about that tonight on Tuesday night's main event. And they were talking about Eric July, his Ripa first getting $1 million. And that's good. And here I am with a new microphone. Moving up in the world. It's about time. But I will say in conclusion that it's like you probably should be nicer to people. That's probably what I would say to my younger self. But probably not too nice. So you really do have to find that balance. What I would do differently if I went back in time would be I would not push people away as often as I would. I would not be as hard on people as I was, even though I had my reasons. Like, I could tell you that I understood what I was thinking, what I was trying to do, and really trying to give people tough love kind of thing. And so I was hard on people because I cared about them, and I was hoping they would figure it out. And I would say things to people, crazy stuff, good stuff, bad stuff, all kinds of things. Like, sometimes I would say, you're ignorant, you're arrogant, you're blind. I probably still do that sometimes, but I would say all this stuff, and it's almost like I was attacking them and name calling them and all this stuff. And I wanted them to think about what I was saying. I wanted them to grow. I wanted them to figure things out. Sometimes you can do that. Maybe you should do that. Maybe you should be hard on people a little more, and sometimes a little bit less. But you really gotta pick your battles in life. You really gotta think about it sometimes. You really gotta think about your options and stuff. And I decided to push people away. A lot of times it was because I wanted them to decide whether or not they wanted to be around me or not, and if they didn't want to, they could go. I wanted to do that. Usually it was because I didn't want to do it myself, because I could only do so much of my life, and I was already really busy, and I didn't want to say no to people. They wanted to come to me in Vietnam, when I was in Vietnam teaching English. And as I was there, the longer I was there, the more I would say no to people. And I learned how to do it. Not that I didn't know how to do it before, but I was doing it more and more. But the first year or the first 2 years in Vietnam, it was pretty difficult, pretty challenging. And so I would put the pressure on them. And it's not like I was making up stuff, because I wasn't. I was not making up stuff, but I was being too aggressive. I probably still am, but it's like, what do you do? You really have to schedule things in advance, and you should just be nice to people. And you gotta be patient with people. And sometimes you have to just say, I gotta go. And sometimes you have to think that the other person is not gonna, it's not gonna get it. It's not gonna get a lot of things, and it's okay. Or maybe, you don't know, but I always had a lot of high hopes for a lot of people in my life, and especially in Vietnam. And a lot of times there was a lot of disappointments, and I wanted to believe in people. I really wanted to believe that they could be on the same level that I was, on the same pace that I was, or that they would at least be honest enough about it so that they would at least want to say that they don't get it, that they don't want it, or whatever the case might be, kind of thing.